Hi, welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome if you are returning. I'm so happy to have you here. So today I'm just doing a quick energy check-in with the Light Seers Tarot to see what message Spirit wants to share with you. Okay, Spirit, what do we have here? I just heard don't hesitate. Ooh, we've got the Star and the Seven of Pentacles. That's really beautiful, coming out together. So I was getting that message right there, right before those cards fell out, of don't hesitate. The Seven of Pentacles kind of feels a little bit like that could be a hesitating energy. It's typically kind of taking a pause to assess where you're at. And yeah, it's sometimes you're assessing and seeing, do I need to make some changes? And then the Star, of course, is about a wish come true. It is about hope and feeling hopeful after a difficult period. And I feel like maybe with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like taking a minute to check in with something that maybe a dream you have, something that you're working on, and it's saying to stay hopeful. You know, even though he's pausing, this is also a card of patience, like he's waiting for this plant to grow. So you're waiting for something to grow, and Spirit is saying stay hopeful, stay optimistic. Oops, got my card, it's upside down. What else, Spirit? Ooh, that just flew out. Wow, Strength and the Ten of Cups. I feel like this is another card of patience with strength here. So that Seven of Pentacles was really about being patient while you're waiting to grow. And the Ten of Cups is specifically, just like the Star is about like good things coming in after a period of difficulty, the Ten of Cups is also like the rainbow after the storm. This is like achieving emotional fulfillment and happiness, but after a time of struggle. So I feel like Spirit is definitely saying to be patient, that this Ten of Cups is coming in. And this can be so many different things. This can be family, it can be your soul family, connections with others, just feeling that like emotional happiness and fulfillment. But I feel like it's something that you want to share with others. This isn't just about like your own fulfillment, but fulfillment and happiness with others, relationships, connections. Yeah, it just kind of feels like with the Star and the Ten of Cups, like patiently waiting for like all your dreams to come true, really. I mean, the Ten of Cups is big abundance and fulfillment. Okay, what else, Spirit? Yeah, you may be wondering, so I just got the Two of Swords here. Okay, we've got three cards out. The Two of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. I was going to say with that Seven of Pentacles, you may be wondering if you maybe need to change something. So if this is about like a dream, a wish that you're waiting on, or a dream that you're working on, you may be wondering, because we have two cards of patience here, like, is this going to happen? Do I maybe need to change something? So yeah, the Two of Swords can be feeling like you're sort of at a crossroads and you're not sure what to do. And this can be like also a pause, taking a time out. So now we're getting two cards of like patience, and then this waiting here, this pause. And the Four of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is like new opportunities, learning, growing. And the Four of Pentacles, it's like, you know, it's a little bit of growth. With the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, it's like you're seeing some growth in something. And it's something that maybe you've recently planted, like this Page of Pentacles here. She's holding this pentacles. It's like a seed that she's, you know, put into the ground. and you're just waiting to see the results, and you're feeling like you're at this crossroads right now, and you're seeing a little bit of growth, but it's not quite what you were expecting. I'm feeling like an energy of disappointment here. So Spirit, what do they need to know here at this crossroads? And really get grounded also. There's something here with the Star and the Ten of Cups that feels very, very like dreamy almost. And kind of like your head being kind of in the clouds with this dream. And this Ten of Cups is like, this is everything I want. I feel like this is what you're imagining and wanting to kind of pull down into reality. And then we have these two Pentacles cards, the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So there may be some kind of grounding that you need to do also. So let's see what comes out here next. Spirit, what do they need to know about this? This Two of Swords. I think you need to, there's something you're not seeing with this Two of Swords. She's got a blindfold on. I think it's, just before I get any more cards, what I'm getting from that, like not seeing, is you need to take some practical steps. The Pentacles can be also about just the practical everyday, like work, effort, that sort of thing. Like keep putting that effort into your dream. And it's like you're holding back a little bit with the Four of Pentacles. See how she's kind of like clutching onto that purse there. Like you need to create a strong foundation here. And I feel like you're learning to do that. What else, Spirit? She's only got 1 foot on the ground though. So I'm seeing like with the Four of Pentacles, it's like, a foundation has like 4 corners and she only has 1 foot on the ground. And it's almost like Spirit's waiting for you to put the other foot down. Like there's another like pillar or something that needs to be put into the ground to create a strong foundation for you to like pull this star out of the sky is how I'm seeing it, and grounding it down. So how can they do this, Spirit? What else do they need to do? Making your dreams a practical reality is what I'm hearing. What can you do that's practical? Just putting those steps in. That might feel kind of boring, but you're just kind of at this crossroads where you need to do that. For some reason, no more cards are falling out. Okay, there we go. Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is devotion. This is like devoting your heart. But this is emotions here. So got the Knight of Cups here underneath the Seven of Pentacles and the Star. It's like, how devoted are you to this? How patient can you be with this? Spirit is saying, how patient can you be to devote yourself to this dream? And the Knight of Cups is also like the ideal. That's what I was getting with this Ten of Cups. Like this is your ideal. This is all the colors of the rainbow, like painting this beautiful picture of what it is you want. And this is that ideal. The Knight of Cups is like ideal love. What is the highest, best like version of this dream? So keep that going, Spirit is saying. That's really beautiful, but there's something here about grounding that into practical steps. What else, Spirit? I'm also noticing that on the Four of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, both of them have the pentacles like over their heart. Like their heart is a little bit like blocked. And, the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Cups is very, open-hearted. Cups are emotions, love. I feel like you need to pour more love into what you're doing. King of Cups. Yeah, there's something here with love and like opening your heart more, pouring more of your love into this. How is this a practical thing? How is this showing up in a practical way, Spirit? The Moon. Okay, so the Moon is like the deep subconscious. It's your intuition. And the King of Cups can also be intuition, especially with this card here. See how he's meditating? It's really, I'm hearing following your heart into the unknown. The Moon can also be illusions. So I feel like that's why you're questioning. You're questioning this dream. Like, is this an illusion? Is this too pie in the sky? Right? Can I really have like all of this? All of the 10 of Cups here? Like you have a really big dream with the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups. And he's like in this meditative state and he's imagining what it is, what it is he wants. This can be like the dream space too, the Moon. The Moon and the King of Cups here is feeling very, very dreamy, very imaginative. But again, it can't all exist just in your mind and in your heart. There has to be like this grounding of your heart is how it's coming through. And I feel like I don't have that quite exactly right, but there's something about not blocking your heart, like pouring more of your heart into this thing that you're building. So, oops, there's two there actually. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands and the Magician. So the Seven of Wands I saw first. And again, it's like she's in this bubble. She's protecting herself. She's protecting herself from the like opinions of others. This can be sort of like a defensive energy. And I'm getting that with those pentacles, blocking the heart there. You're not really seeing how you are maybe closed off a little bit. And it may be because you're afraid of what other people may say or think about this thing that you're growing. Okay, so the Magician, this is about having, and I was thinking this card was going to come out because I wanted to say earlier with the 10 of Cups about like manifesting your dream. And the Magician says that you have everything it takes to manifest this. But he has to realize that he is the creator, that you are the creator of your dream. And there's something here about like pulling that energy down, pulling it out of you, pulling it down, like out of the imaginary realm, and really doing something practical with it, with the Four of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles here. And I feel like you're still kind of like learning how to do that. Okay, what's your advice, Spirit? What could they do here? Let's tap the deck there. We don't want that. I'm also getting something about sharing this with the Seven of Wands and the Moon. Maybe like keeping this a little bit hidden. It's almost like you're protecting your heart a little bit with the Seven of Wands. You're protecting this dream. Like it's so big and it's something that you're so devoted to and you're wanting to manifest so badly here. Like you're really following your heart. You're trusting your intuition on this. And with the Moon, I'm getting like kind of keeping things quiet, keeping things secret and hidden because of the Seven of Wands. You don't want like other people's opinions to taint what you're doing. Oh, so something that's coming through with this Pentacles now. It's almost like you're hesitating doing more like obvious things in the physical because you feel safer keeping it hidden. Like you have this dream and I can feel it. I can see it like with the Star and the 10 of Cups and the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups. This is like so dreamy and so like in the ethereal. And it's Spirit saying, it's not going to happen unless you take this creative power you have to, bring that down to earth with these pentacles. And it's almost like you're afraid that once you start bringing it into physical form in some way, or taking those steps, those practical steps, that you're going to be met with this kind of energy. Just people saying like, why are you doing this? Or maybe, haters. This can be like a card of like, these are the haters. And it's like you're putting this protective bubble around you. And yeah, Spirit, what's your advice on that? Because maybe Spirit is saying that is a good thing to do, like kind of protect yourself a little bit, because this is a big dream and you're really feeling kind of sensitive about it. But at the same time, a dream can't always just live in your mind and you expect it to just manifest, right? There's things that you do have to do in the physical. So Spirit, what could they do to bring this dream into physical reality while protecting it? Okay, Two of Pentacles. I'm getting something here, like we've got the, this like figure 8 on both of these cards. Like this Two of Pentacles almost looks like the figure 8 on his head there. The flow. There's something about the flow of like the idea and then bringing it down to earth. And on the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the Magician, he's got the wand and it's like as above, so below. Yeah, there's really something here about that flow of like that spiritual energy, that creative energy, your ideas, and bringing it down to earth. Okay, Six of Swords. Six of Swords is leaving the past behind. So maybe you're feeling defensive because something that you worked on in the past, when you shared it with others, when it started becoming like evident in physical reality, people criticized or questioned you, or maybe like jealous people were around you, like that kind of hater energy. And Spirit's saying you've healed something with a star here. The star and the strength, like it's going to be different this time. You're at that crossroads with the Two of Swords and you're being guided by Spirit. Sometimes the Six of Swords for me is being guided forward by Spirit, and you're leaving the past behind. What else, Spirit? One more here. Yeah, you're in the flow of this magic. And Page of Cups. Wow, this is really being like in tune with Spirit. We've got like this imagination, like the Page of Cups is so dreamy, so imaginative, and he can dream up the impossible. And Spirit's saying that you are in flow with this magical energy, this thing that you're working on. It's going to be incredible, and it's really going to be like this Ten of Cups like you're dreaming of. And you're feeling sensitive about it. The Page of Cups can also be sensitive or sensitivity, because this is really unique and it's really different. What can they do with these Pentacles, Spirit? Because there's the Four Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles is still really kind of sitting here. It's like you're afraid. The feeling I'm getting is that you're just afraid to bring this dream into reality, because it's almost like I can live kind of in my head with this dream, and I can imagine like how it would be to have this dream come true. And sometimes like that almost feels good enough. But Spirit's saying you can actually have this dream in your physical reality, but you have to take those steps. So Spirit, what could they do next? What's some advice for the next steps they could take? Okay, wow, okay. No, that's kind of a lot, but let's see. I thought it was 3 cards, it's 4 cards. I said, whoa, because we have the Tower here. And the Lovers. Lovers, Hierophant, the Tower, and the King of Wands. So that's 3 major arcana right there. So let's see. This is the advice from Spirit. So let's see. The Lovers and the Hierophant here. The Lovers traditionally was a card of choice. And the Hierophant can be a card of commitment. So it's like really deciding, is this something you want? And the Tower, for me, it's just like, just making this like sudden, almost declaration, because that's coming out with the King of Wands, that you're going to stand in your confidence. Like, this is what I want. The King of Wands knows what he wants. He has a vision for the future, his future. And, with that Page of Cups and the King of Wands, it's a very, I feel like whatever your dream is, it's very unique. It's very kind of outside of the norm, outside of the box, sort of kind of innovative sort of energy I'm getting from this. And we also have the Strength card here, as I mentioned before. So we have 2 lions here. So this is about really like taking your power back and being confident and believing in your vision. And the Tower, it's almost like with the Tower, and like this is connecting to the 6 of Swords for me. It's like really leaving the past behind. Just forget about what happened in the past. Things are different now. And if you really want this dream to be brought into reality, you need to make the commitment to that, like make that choice, be committed to that dream. This Hierophant is reminding me of the star. See how they have like the light at the top? And it's like bringing that down, making the decision, the bold decision to bring your dream into reality. And I'll just kind of say this because it's coming through. The Lovers can also be like relationships, and the Hierophant can also be like traditional kind of relationships. It can be marriage. So there could be a relationship here where that, I don't know, maybe something with that 7 of Wands, like you weren't supported in the past in like a particular relationship. And Spirit is saying you don't need to, burn it down, burn any bridges or anything like that. But there is a message here about taking your power back and being this bold, confident leader in your own life that really like has this vision for this dream and believing in it. And you've got the stamina to make it happen. And you've got this magic. You've got all the tools it takes to make this happen. I really feel like this 7 of Wands is very key to this reading, kind of central to this message, is really put a bubble of protection around yourself, but not so much so that you don't start bringing in the practical steps that you need to do, because this shows that you have so much talent. The Page of Pentacles is someone with a lot of skills and talent, and you're really holding back, especially now that the King of Wands has come out. It's like you're really holding back on taking those practical steps to bring this dream to life. And there's nothing that you really need to change, It's yes, be patient, but there's nothing that you really need to rearrange or change. It's just more about sticking with it and making that decision and that commitment to seeing it through and kind of protecting your heart, protect your dream, but don't let outside influences stop you from going after it. And so I think I'm going to leave the message here. I hope that resonated with you. I would love to hear about your dream if you feel safe enough to share it here. And I'll see you really soon. Thanks so much.